People, let's be very clear. We have no allies in the black political arena or any political arena whatsoever. Let's talk about the Black Caucus. 47 years in power. Since they came, 47 years. Look at their agenda. They have done absolutely nothing. Nothing. They berated President Trump and they boast about it. They've done nothing for us. And don't think they're coming to our aid. But here's the biggest thing you need to know. Tamika Mallory is had I know she was Instagram, YouTube, whatever. She's screaming at the top of lungs how black. Oh, it's horrific what's going on at the border. Listen up. There's an agenda behind everything. I honestly believe they're gonna do another Black Lives Matter, and don't you even think about joining that one. Because I don't like there's an underlying current. I'm working on figuring that one out. This is not for us. Stay out of it. Maxine Waters claims that was the agents on horseback riding, whipping the black Haitians back into the water. They didn't hit anybody that I saw. What they did was bad enough on horseback and chasing people and knocking them back in the river and not allowing them to cross. That was bad enough. I didn't remember seeing anybody being hit. However, to say that was the worst thing since slavery, working on your emotions, all right, don't fall for it. I saw Carcino for Life had a video talking about it showed Stephen A. Sassy Ass Smith talking about how ballers and they're not speaking up for black coaches, blase blase. Why now are you speaking up? Anytime one of those go along get along gang falls in place, they've been playing with Zaddy all this time. Now they're gonna jump over and fall in. There's something going on, and they want the NBA players, black NBA players, to stand up. Why all of a sudden do you want them to stand up? I have a feeling so when they stand up and start speaking, they can get the fall and they get attacked. Look at Nicki Minaj. People, there's a whole lot of nefarious BS going on behind the scenes. And I caution everyone, before you jump into the melee, protest of Black Lives Matter, which they've already done, trying to put Black Lives Matter, all Black Lives Matter. They're coming out, but they're not fighting for you. If they were fighting for us, why hasn't in 47 years the Black Caucus or anybody passed any type of reforms to help you or help us? I can prove it. Now, I've made many videos in the last week or two. Other people have spoken on it. They have bigger platforms. So I just have videos and I haven't posted them. But I feel like I have a take on things. You know, I'm 56 years old, served in the military. I died 3 times. Lost my leg. Son committed suicide. Been through abuse. Yeah, all type of shit. Alcoholism. You know, raised 2 kids after I left my dumbass husband. There's a lot going on. And I think I don't have the answer. I know that. But what I do know is there are many like me who don't have a platform, who've seen some things that might help bring a little light to the issues at hand. Yes, I voted for Biden. My daughter told me not to. Yet I'm a New Yorker, New Jersey girl, you know, and you know who he is. You know, we know he's racist. All right, I was wrong. So I do a little more research, and the only reason I got back into politics because I was the one. If you came out when I was working, if you came outside, what's she doing all day long, every day long, all my life, watching, you know, the news on all day. That's all I did was watch the news. I got a video of my grandson. I think my first grandson, Bam Bam. I believe Bam Bam was on that little what do we call him? I forget what they call him. You put the baby on and they sit and they watch. Well, he was watching ABCs on his little laptop, and little learning things on that the baby bop. So he was laying there watching that. I'm watching the news. Now, mind you, kid's about 6 months, 8 months old, bright eyes, and he's watching it, and he looked up, and he saw Donald Trump speaking on something. He said something stupid, and I'm like, about the same time, he looked up at me like, I'm like, kid gets it. So, okay, I don't have all the answers, and I might not always be right. But there are other people out there. You got Kwame Carcino, you got Angela Staton King, you got Spitfire, you got TD Hip Hop Media News. There's a whole lot of people that are getting it right and speaking on it and breaking it down. And I see it, and I'm like, yeah, they're right. And then when I see it, I'm like, you know what? But let's add to it. You're right. Everybody has a voice. I'm a little skeptical about putting it out, but it is what it is. Everybody has a voice, and it's up to all of us to tell them we have their back because they have the bigger platforms, but also to give our way in too. Maybe they can take it and add it to whatever they have. But we all have to do our part. And what I'm saying right now, babies, let me tell you, Granny gonna tell you right now, do not fall for the okie doke. Do not go out there and start marching, because with all the black Haitians at the border and the black march starts, guess what that signals? Zaddy's going to send his boys out. They're going to burn it down, turn it down. And they're going to say, this is why we can't have any more of the coloreds, because this is what they do to our country. Knowing that, hey, if you watch the film as much as I did, you remember the one with the CNN building? There was a white boy standing there throwing rocks at that building. Throwing the rocks with the police all huddled there with their little shields. There was a white boy. People standing around watching it. Had a black boy pick that up all over. But nobody said that. Nobody said anything about it, and we watched it live. Right? So be very clear. NBA players, y'all, be careful when you speak up. When you hear Zaddy tell you to speak up, because there's something nefarious going on, and you got to be careful. Don't jump on every bandwagon. They're coming at us with emotions, and the emotions, once we get caught up, we're gonna pay for it later. Do not fall for the okie doke. Zaddy gave out those bags, and the skin folk, they supposed to be allegedly skin folks. Allegedly. No. Don't do it. Don't fall for the okie doke. And go on Instagram. I love to go on Instagram and pull up when whatever that lady's name is. I don't even give her any clout. She starts talking about, the black community, we've been doing, the Black Caucus. Come on, people. Read what they did. Read what they said. I'm gonna try to pull it up before when I edit this video and see if I can show you. Or matter of fact, it's the Black Report, I think it was 2018 they put out. Well, this is what they're proud of. All the stuff that they say they done. We stopped him from talking about shithole countries. We told him to tone down Trump's voice. But what did you pass? You can't tell me one thing the Black Caucus, the NAACP, or any Mallory, all of them. Tell me something that they did, and I'll listen. I ain't gonna believe you because I'm gonna research it and I'm gonna listen, and it's gonna come out their own words. They taunt, we did for the black women in the hospitals, reproductive. Well, yeah, I get that, but you know what? We've been having babies a long time, and let's move on to something a little bit more meaningful. Because see, you Black Caucus and black NAACPs and all these black, you ask for dumb shit that we haven't asked for it, and you ask for it on our behalf. Then I gotta go on Instagram, they say something, you always blaming white people. I don't blame you for anything, because you ain't did shit for me. Everything I have in my life, I paid for. I got on my own. I ain't never looked for that white man. Give me what? I don't need anything. They act like I had to explain to her. They tell you that all black people don't have anything, no education, blase, blase, and we're beggars. No, they're begging. They ain't talking for us. We ain't asking for that. Only thing we ask for, fund our schools and make it correct. Stop taking our money out and sending it over there where they already have money. Let's not do that. Okay? Let's get some programs that's going to benefit our communities. We ain't asked you for anything. They go and ask for housing. Why? Nobody wants to live in the ghetto, but since you do it, some people have no other place to go. And trust me, I had to live in housing with my kids because I was in a situation. I moved out, and it showed me that even if you got a job and try to get out, they make it so difficult. You can't make money. Say I got a job today and I start making nice money. It's going to take time to hold that money so I can move and get into a nice house or rent a nice whatever. Well, once you get that money, they project what you're going to make, and they automatically jump your rent. You can't save. It's a catch-22. So what do people do? They don't. I'm a hustler. I wasn't staying out. But some people don't have that hustle or the fight in them. Sometimes that fight is just, and I'm going to tell you now, I believe as black people, a lot of us have just, the fight is gone. And we are inherently, our DNA is made up of fight. We're warriors. We are warriors. Look at your ancestors. I read a thing that said they can't even believe black people are still here. Oh, well, sorry. We're here and we're here to stay. And there's nothing you can do about it. We don't worry about you. You worry about us. We don't care. We're not talking about you. We don't need you. We need you, Zaddy, to leave us alone and let us prosper. You give these young kids a bag. Why do you give them the bag? Because you know if you've been in poverty so long and without anything, what are you going to do? I'm going to take that bag. You willing to do anything for it? Shit, can't be worse than where did they come from, some say. So guess what? They do it. You know, what is the craziness behind that? Zaddy knows it. Zaddy plays on it. They take it. Some moms and pops, yeah, well, they're with it. Not reading the, don't forget the contract. Just sign the paper. Get us out of here. No. Don't do that. But those have signed the bag, just know this. Those that have signed and gotten that bag, you can't help that. Nothing you can do about that. They have already sold their soul. What do you do with a person that sold their soul? Let them go with those that they sold their soul to. You can't bring them back. Not that I know of. But if you can and they're willing, accept them with open arms. We're not complaining. But if you watch these black leaders, they act like we are nothing but beggars, asking for everything to come to us. And the rest of them see us the same way. Because if you talk about one black person, all black people are the same. Got it? That's the way it rolls. We have to come together and just say, look, black leaders, you don't represent me, and who picked you anyway? But guarantee you, we don't need you. Look at the NAACP agenda. Same agenda for what? Since the start of time. Who, and it was it, somebody tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I might not even edit this, because my daughter and her husband, they're on their 4th anniversary. I'm going to watch my 10-week, 11-week, 12-week-old grandson and my almost 5-year-old grandson, so they can go and do what families do. Yes, they're both black. They're 30 years old. They had the house built when they were 25. I don't know how they did that because they ain't asked me for jack. So when I tell white people that, how old were you when you got your house built? Because I was 52 when she taught me in to go get in the house. I was perfectly happy in an apartment, 1 bedroom. And she made me, I had to clean up my credit. Because I raised kids on my own. Sometimes child support, sometimes not. But I had a great childhood. So my kids should have the same childhood I had. Or they should have better. And that's what we should be doing too. And that's what I did to them. Hey, I robbed Peter and Paul. I took them on vacations. I could walk in the house on a Friday, tell them to grab a toothbrush. Where we going? Wherever we wind up, we ain't got no clothes. We'll grab a bathing suit. But where we going? We have no clothes. Yeah, well, if we need clothes, I'll buy clothes when we get there. Let's get in the car. Just jump. Let's ride. And that's how I did it. Wake up in New York. Hey, let's go. Where we going? We're going to jump on a train. The Long Island Railroad. We're going to go to Manhattan. We're going to go get some shish kebabs or just eat the food off the court, off the carts in the city, or go get some real pizza, some real Italian food from a real Italian restaurant. The real Italianos. That's what we did. So, rent might be short, but I did what I did, and I don't regret it. Broadway plays, all that stuff. But I had to show them what life was. I don't even think they knew that we didn't have any money. I mean, I made good money, had an expense account, worked for a great man, owned his own company, a great Jew. Hey, they are the best people to work for, I swear to God. But if you look at what they're talking about us, man, come on. We love our kids, but they act like we just got these little monkeys swinging from trees. Who the hell? Mind you ever been to a restaurant and you're sitting there? I used to go in the restaurant, take my kids when they were little, and we go into like say I took them to Red Lobster because I love seafood. And I call that the McDonald's of seafood. But I go in, we eat, and we sit there, we're coloring with the little paper, all three of us. And I'd have conversations with my kids. At that time, they were about maybe 3 and 5, maybe, 3 and 5. And we'd have little conversations. And I always talk to my kids like they were grown. We'd have conversations. And here comes, white people will come up. Oh, your kids are so well behaved. Oh, they're so well mannered. Yeah. Because that's the way kids are supposed to be taught when they go out. My dad say, if you want to act up, you want some, and I say no. You want to go to the bathroom? No. Well, calm yourself down. Because we're going to have a conversation in the bathroom I don't think you want to hear. You don't want that conversation. But at the same time, little Johnny, little Becky, little Bo is over there screaming at the top of his lungs, throwing food, and just running around the restaurant. He must be tired. He didn't have a nap today. No! Smack the hell out of little Bobby, little Joe, little Jimmy John. And shut the hell up. But you see the difference? We're always looking. I kind of thought, listen to me. When people say that to me, oh, your kids are so well behaved, I don't take that as no compliment. I want to know what they're supposed to be behaving as. Opposed to what? Opposed to that? You need to look up the definition of a savage. How can a savage talk or demean anyone else who's doing good? Why do we hold up savages? And why do savages think that they're better than everybody else? We're not running around killing every country or everybody or talking about because they're different. Not us. We're not doing it. But we are at the lowest of the totem pole. Asians, Mexicans, Latinos, Puerto Rican, they're all considered white. Wonder why? Because they are what? They're not the majority, they're the minority. So they have to put it in the census to make it look like they are better or the majority and we're the minority. Pay attention. We are not the minority. And believe it or not, we hold the power. So I would leave y'all with this. I'm going to go do what I have to do, and I'm going to do my best. I'm going to push the button and stop doubting myself and just put it out there. If you like it, I appreciate you much. Granny loves you. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe, share it. But I ask you to do this. Give me a chance, and I'm going to do better by trying to get these out. I'm learning how to use this stuff, and I just don't like to put out stuff that it's just me. If it ain't right, I can't do it. You know, that's just the person that I am. I just don't do things halfway. I can't do it. So, last month or two, I've been making videos and doing stuff and writing notes. I really haven't done anything to it because I didn't really know what I'm doing. Everybody says, you don't have to know. Just do it. Yeah, well, I've never been that person. But I guess I'm just going to do it. But I pray that people, I don't want to make it sound like it's doomsday, but some crazy things going on, and we definitely need to wake up. Definitely need to wake up. Thank you. Peace out.